LTU with a 2-point lead in the second set. LTU already with the 1-set advantage here. Sends it over to the chance of his teammates. And an error in reception will land it into the stands there. As Bethel's unable to recover it, that'll now increase the LTU lead to 3. Number 15, Machado will maintain the serve for Lawrence Tech. A shallow serve right past the LTU Blue Devils. Thought it was going to go out of bounds, hesitated, and decided to get 2 hands on it. But Matitas unable to get good control of it, keep it in front of him, and it flies past to the Blue Doors. That'll get us to our first set break here. LTU now up by 4, their largest lead of the second set here, 10-6. Getting back to the familiar foes action that we were talking about. Welcome back, everybody. It is the second set here in Southfield, down Riddler Fieldhouse here. LTU up by 4, 10-6 in the second set here. And a high reception over by the Bethel side. We'll send it over to the middle. Soft touch will send it over to the LTU side. A set over to the close for the attack. Well recovered by the Pilots. They'll send it over to the top of the net there. Soft touch blocked by LTU's number 21, JT McCarthy, using all 6'5" of that frame to block with one hand. 11-6. Now in the second set here. LTU's number 15, Gustavo Machado, with the serve. Sends it over, finds the dead zone over there, the Pilots defense. And that's a service ace for Gustavo Machado. That'll be a 12-6 lead for LTU here. Their largest of the second set. Machado sends it over, shallow serve. Goes over now to the far side. Attack will go out of bounds from Bethel, from the far side to the near side. Just a little too much mustard on that hot dog, and that'll be sent back. LTU now up 13-6. Machado maintaining the LTU serve. Up and over. Recovered in front. And a block over by JT McCarthy in the middle once again. Giving them the "you're too small" hand to the floor. 14-6 is now the score for your Blue Devils. Machado. Teammates chanting, have a shallow serve over to the Bethel middle. Far side attack will find the weak spot. It is number 5, Arthur Barreto, for the Pilots to get their point. Well, there is some discussion and dispute about it. Did he touch the net? Did he go underneath? Looks like it will be ruled still in favor of the Pilots. They're now on the board for the first time in a long time. 14-7 now. LTU now up by 7. Up and over is Barreto to serve it. And touching the net, or crossing the midpoint there for Bethel, and the Pilots coach ain't happy about it. That'll be rewarded with the LTU chance if you can't do that. Debating the ruling here, as if it stands the way it is, it'll be a 15-7 lead for Lawrence Tech. And Bethel, the Pilots so far need everything that they can get. Down here in the second set. But it will remain with LTU. The call will stand. 15 serving 7. Up to serve for LTU, number 20, Nathaniel Brownlee. Or pardon me, that's number 29, Zach Mead. It'll be a point for the Pilots now. 15-8 is the score. And now serving is Thiago Silva. Silva will send it over. Finds the close side of the LTU defense. Up in the middle for a quick attack from Brownlee. Over to number 11, Akram Askool. Askool representing Ontario on the court today. That's a part of our extended international rosters here on the court today. Bethel receiving the LTU serve. Caught off balance were the Pilots there, letting that one drop to the ground there. 17-8 will now be the score for the LTU Blue Devils, as a timeout is now called on the floor here. LTU having great control so far over not only this set, but the entire match. Remember, they won the first set with a score of 25-16 and maintained a 5, sometimes 6, 7, up to 8 point lead throughout that first set there. So it's been all Blue Devils so far here in the Don Riddler Fieldhouse in Southfield, Michigan. And getting a look at some of the team stats here coming into this game. LTU is second in the WAC and kills per set, and along with that, they're second in the league in assists and assists per set, which usually go together when it comes to an assist into a kill. So LTU's offense on full display here against the Pilots, as LTU is looking to either keep their 6th seed and make it to the WAC tournament, or increase it to the 5th seed, chasing Siena Heights. As we return to action here in the second set, LTU up 17-8. The serve will be started by the Blue Devils. It'll be Nathaniel Brownlee from Plainsville, Illinois. Sends it up and over. Bethel's recovery will go over to the LTU side, giving them an extra offensive possession. Far side attack, blocked, and no one was there to get it. A successful block over by the Pilots. The LTU side encouraging their teammates, forget about it, next play, next play. A short memory is key, especially in a sport like this with all the individual possessions and volleys. They can rack up in your head there, so it's important to have a short memory and play it volley by volley. Bethel will send it over. LTU, a bit of confusion there in the middle. They're still able to set it over. Bethel with a two-handed attack will violate the rules. That will give the score to LTU. They're now up 18-9 here in the second set. It's been all Blue Devils so far here today on the LTU Sports Network. Giovanni Moscheri here with you, giving you the story of the Blue Devils and the Pilots. Number 48, Josh Rutsny sends it over for the Blue Devils, and it's sent back, finding the dead zone in the LTU formation to now get Bethel their double-digit point. (18-10). Bethel now with the serve, reaching 10 points. Up and over is Matthias with the serve. A one-handed set right at the edge of the net will set up a fantastic and powerful kill for Brandon Down. Sent that one into the hallway. 19-10 is the score. LTU with a big lead here, and serving now is Matias Andrade. Yep, a grad student from Brazil. He'll send it over. Far side attack by LTU. It'll hit the rafters and will count as their point. It came from the top of the rafters and then back into the LTU zone there. But the ruling, because Bethel was not able to keep it within play off their hit, it'll count as an out of bounds on the Pilots. And Bethel off a bit of a scramble there, will return it to their side. Score now 20-11. And matching the score, serving, or not matching the score rather, it's Marcos Enrique on the serve there, number 13. And an attack rolling off the hands of the attempted Bethel block. That'll roll off into the far sideline, giving LTU the 21st point of this second set. 21-11, LTU with a 10-point lead. Downs with it, the serve, left-handed, up sky high into the rafters. Bethel still able to control it. Near side attack, way past the back line. It's now 22-11 here. Brandon Down will maintain possession here. One of 11 mechanical engineering majors on this LTU squad. And if you count those here in the broadcast booth, there's 12. And a successful attack on the near side for the Pilots will get them back to possession here, cutting the lead back down to 10, as there was previously 11. We have a pause in the action here. Everyone getting reset here. Number 6 for the Pilots, Ige Gould. A graduate of Dakota High School. The sophomore will send it over. LTU's got it. Soft touch from the middle. Will send it back over to the Pilots. They recover. Near side attack. Recovered in the back court. Able to send it over with the near side attack off the body of the Pilots' number 8, Gould. Will fly out of bounds to give LTU their 23rd of the second set. Serving now for your Blue Devils is the one and only Gustavo Machado. He sends it over. Only 2 points left to get the second set here for LTU. An attack will fly out of bounds, but it is ruled to fall off the fingertips of the Blue Devils. And that'll be a kill for number 20, Andre Parra. Formerly of the Steel City Volleyball Club, a native of Braga, Portugal. 23-13 is a score. Pilots' upcoming serve. It'll be done so by number 16, Ben Ritzema. From South Holland, Illinois. Sends it up and over to the near side. Just not enough juice on that. That'll hit the net for a service error. And it's now set point for the Blue Devils, 24-13. Only one more point for Lawrence Tech to get the 2-0 set lead. Serving now is Paul Coupons. Coupons looking to cash this second set in on a discount, as he just letting his teammates cheer for him as he hesitates to complete the serve. Now he sends it over. High off the hands of the Pilots. They'll send it back over. Good recovery low from LTU. They'll bump it over to keep the possession alive. Set in the middle, near side attack. Hits the net on the Bethel side, and that will retire the second set here. Score 25-13. Here in the second set, Blue Devils up 2-0. With a third set coming up soon. Lawrence Tech now in an opportunity to make this a short night. We'll be right back.
Because every athlete deserves to be treated like a pro. Henry Ford Sports Medicine.
Michigan First Mortgage, we believe a home is more than just four walls. It's endless possibilities, where relationships are strengthened and next steps are taken. It's a place to call your very own, where you can create new traditions and welcome family with open arms. And at Michigan First, it's at the heart of everything we do. Let us help you discover the possibilities of home.
From our very first breath, curiosity is why we question everything through barrages of whys and how comes. It now needs the tools to will its vision into existence. Tools that will forever allow curiosity to obscure the line between technology and magic. Be curious. Make magic. Lawrence Technological University.
Chevy Silverado has what it takes to do it all. With a TurboMax engine and a 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Any truck can help you make a living. This one helps you build a life. Chevy Silverado.
Or GM employees with a current eligible lease can get this Silverado for $299 a month. Chevy drives the Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to the LTU Sports Network as we're approaching the third set. LTU dominant in the first two, winning the first one 25-16, and the second set by 25-13. As LTU, the Blue Devils are looking for the sweep here today to make it an early night against the Bethel Pilots. So we're getting ready to get back into action here. Reminder that you can tune into softball tomorrow as they have a doubleheader against Northwestern Ohio starting at 1 o'clock tomorrow right here on the LTU Sports Network. These teams are getting set and ready to go. It will be LTU to start the serve here. Nathaniel Brownlee will be the first ones. Will be the first one to send it over. 0-0 in set three here. Sends it over to the far side on Bethel. Bethel now on the left, LTU on the right. And an early point for LTU. A rules violation. I couldn't quite catch what happened there in the quick action. But either way, you can't do that chant is expressed throughout the crowd. Brownlee, his second serve. Will send it up and over. That set will fly over to the LTU side. They'll tap it over. Now Bethel regains control. Attack on the far side will be blocked. Bethel still looking to get it over, and they do with a bump. Set in the middle, far side attack for LTU will hit the shoes of the Pilots. Took a little bit longer than usual this game, but Lawrence Tech got the first point of the third set. Excuse me, the first 2 points, 2-0. Up and over to the middle of the Bethel side. They'll send it over from the near. LTU able to recover it, and there's number 48, Josh Rutsny. Able to find the open far corner on the Bethel side. That's now 3-0 in the third set. Three serving 0 there. Bethel now on their side. Far side attack will be unable to be blocked by the Blue Devils. It'll now be 3-1. Now serving for the Pilots, number 5. That'll be Jack Hughes on the serve. One serving 3. And that one will hit the face of the net. Sent that right back over to LTU. Scores now 4-1. Devils up by 3. And serving is Josh Rutsny. Sends it over. Close side attack by Bethel. Will tightrope the top of the net there. but will land out of bounds, making it now 5-1. Blue Devils starting to snowball this set 3 here and have that same control as they had over the first 2 sets. 5-1. Rusty sends it over with fury. A set over to the middle for the Pilots will hit the face of the net once again to increase LTU's lead to 5. It's now 6-1. Pilots just got to get some of those attacks over the net there. They've had a few issues with serves and with attacks going just straight into the face of the net there. And their reception off the thunderous serve will fly into the rafters, and an unlucky bounce will send it over to the back line. That will bring us to our first break of the action here in the third set. LTU with a commanding 7-1 lead so far in the first moments of this potentially final set here on the court today. Also looking at some of the team stats coming into today for LTU, they are first in the conference in total points. And that comes with being second in the league in the number of sets being played. And they're showing their offensive production so far in the game today. One point we forgot to mention here coming into the game today is that Bethel coming into today with a 2-game losing streak, but LTU with a 5-game winning streak. Their past 3 games, all of which being on the road. And one of those road games was against Laurdes University last Friday, April 5th. And LTU became LU's only WAC loss of the season, as Laurdes University is 16-1 atop the conference there. That one comes at the hands of the Blue Devils. As we now get back into action here, LTU will send it over, score 7-1 in the third set. And a good one-arm saved over there by Nathaniel Brownlee, which just won't be enough to maintain the volley for the Blue Devils, and it'll send it back to the Pilots. Pilots now back to our left side, still sporting their black jerseys. LTU on the right side sporting their silver. Up and over is Marcos Enrique for the Pilots. That one will fly out. Another service error, giving it back to Lawrence Tech. 8-2 is now the score here in serving for your Blue Devils. This is a Krama school. And his teammates love it. A school up and over. Into the center of the Pilot side. Far side attack, bounce off the top of the net. Maintained control by LTU. Close side, soft attack there, caught them off guard. Number 4, Alfonso Matias, able to get one hand underneath there, but it just didn't have enough height for his teammates to be able to recover it over there in the middle of their court. And that'll make it a 9-2 as a school. Now gets another chance at the serve. Up and over, rolls off the top of the net. Set in the middle by the Pilots. A soft touch will send it over. Lawrence Tech has it. Far side attack. And Brandon Down gets another kill. 10-2 is the score in the third set here. And a school will return for his now third serve in a row. LTU looking for the sweep. 10 serving 2. Up and over. Pilots have it. Far side attack. Will hit to the inside of their own net. Falling at their own feet to make it now 11-2. And a school will get his 4th serve in a row. Tell you what, just looking at the sideline of the Blue Devils here, they are loving what they're seeing so far. A school up and over. He'll get the service ace. Nobody home in that corner. This will be now, I believe, the school's 5th serve in a row. His teammates are loving this so far. from Ontario, one of the 11 mechanical engineering majors here. Sends it up and over. Oh, with a service error will land it on the LTU side, not making it over. It'll now be 12-3. Pilots back with the serve. Got a couple of substitutions for both sides. A school will come out for LTU. And now up to serve for the Pilots is number 6, Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes up and over, middle of the LTU side. The reception will fly over to the Pilots side, hit the rafters. Pilots have it back. Strong attack on the far side by Alfonso Matitas. Will hit the hardwood. Pilots will now get their second serve in a row here. 12-4 is the score here in the third set. LTU up 2-0 by set. As the Pilots are going to have to take it to 5 to win this one today. Hughes sends it over. A middle set, a strong close side attack. That's another one for Gustavo Machado. That'll make it 13-4. As it's been a strong showing for the Blue Devils here today. Down on the serve there. Thunderous fury on that one as the Pilots are able to recover it. Middle set and a strike. Or excuse me, not a strike. What sport we talk about? A kill over in the middle of the formation of the Blue Devils will now make it 13-5. It'll be Alfonso Matitas on the serve for the Pilots. Up and over. A shallow one. That'll be a close side attack. Nice recovery by the Pilots. Middle set, far side attack. Soft touch, but LTU still able to keep it alive. Middle attack. Still alive here. Pilots, far side attack, just outside. All that for the attack to go outside the close sideline. That'll give LTU a 9-point lead, 14-5. Now serving Zach Meade, number 29 for the Blue Devils. A huge running start, up and over. And a close side set to a soft touch attack. LTU's got it. And a far side attack will hit LTU's own side of the net, giving it back to the Pilots. (14-6) is the score here. Serving now is Thiago Silva. Sends it over to LTU, far side attack. That one will just find the corner. Wow! Bullseye for LTU. That'll make it a 15-6 contest here in set 3. Serving now is Bartosz Rausch. Number 1 for the Blue Devils. Sends that one almost to the folded up basketball net. That'll go over, far side. Pilots will maintain control here, far side attack. And a block shared by a School and Brownlee. 16-6 is your score here in the third set. And Rausch, the junior from Warsaw, Poland, will continue the possession for the Blue Devils. Sky high serve, sends it over. Hits the rafters, over to the close side, just trying not to touch the net. But all that momentum couldn't be stopped. Lawrence Tech gets a point, 17-6. It'll be Rausch's third in a row. Teammates giving him all the encouragement. Up and over from Rausch. Set it in the middle, over to the close side for the Pilots. It'll be sent back by the hands of Josh Rutsney, right where nobody was home. (18-6). Roush. Another serve coming up. Reception over to the LTU side. And as LTU had a free chance to hit it back from the middle, they put just a little too much on it and it went outside the back line. Although there was some disagreement about it. And that disagreement will have it stay still with the Pilots. Uroš Miloradovic, excuse me. We'll send it over for the Pilots. Too low and right into the face of the net there. 19-7 here in the third set. LTU is looking for the clean sweep over the Pilots. Up 2-0 in the match so far. As it's Nathaniel Brownlee. Up and over, far side. Reception just hits the rafters, stays on the side of the Pilots. They get the attack over, recovered by the Blue Devils. Blue Devils will send it back. And then Pilots get an attack and kill over to the close corner. That'll give it back to Uroš Miloradovic. I think I'm getting the hang of his name now. He sends it over. Far side recovery set, and the attack will just be a little too low. It'll ride the side of ride the face of the net. Back now to the Pilots. Miloradovic. Up and over. Way out of bounds to the left, but to his left, our far side. Pause in the action. Here, got some substitutions. LTU reaching 20 points now, and it's Rutsney on the strong serve. Reception will be just over to the LTU side. Pilots weren't expecting it to come back at them, but just a soft touch of the fingers will be enough to push it to where the Pilots couldn't find it. 21-9 is your score. LTU 4 points away from a sweep. Sends it over to the close corner. Far side attack. Controlled by the Blue Devils. Strong attack at the backcourt. Pilots able to maintain their control over it, and a miscommunication in the front court will cause a collision for the ball to fly out of bounds. LTU now up 22-9. It's been all Lawrence Tech so far here tonight. 22 serving 9. A set over there in the close side will be a huge block, of which the Blue Devils 11. 23-9. Devils all over it. Rutsney will send it over just a bit too far to get the Pilots in double digits here. It's 23 now to 10. Serving is number 13, Marcos Henrique. Up and over for the Pilots, recovered by Lawrence Tech. Close side attack, sends it to far. Pilots able to control it. Devils got it back. Far side attack will find the open court. LTU is 1 point away from the clean sweep. 24-10. This is match point. The officials giving their opinions as LTU is ready to get the brooms out here for a sweep. That's what they're looking for. Sends it over as Coupons. And a block up in the middle. JT McCarthy and Gustavo Machado with the block to now end set 3 and end the match here today. 25-10 over the Pilots in set 3. That'll be a 3-0 sweep. As the Blue Devils now go up to 8-9 in the WAC. And we'll see what happens with Siena Heights this weekend to see if LTU can climb up to the 5th spot as we get close to the WAC tournament. So that will be all here today. A 25-10 will finish the 3rd set and a clean sweep. LTU 3-0 here on the LTU Sports Network. We thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.